What is up, my brewskis? It is Matcha coming at you with another internet reaction video. And let me tell you what we've got brewing today. I have something a little bit different today. I am going to be watching How Epic the Musical Took Over the Internet by Creative Everyday. I'm watching another Creative Everyday video because they already told me that I could react to anything on their channel that I wanted to. So, and I saw this when I went to go look at the Neurosama video, and I said, oh, I want to watch that. Because I love Epic. Like, you guys, I am a huge musical person, and Epic is just, it's something special for me. So I'm really excited to get into this because it is about something that I already love so much. So I'm really intrigued to see what all information it's going to add to it, because for me, unfortunately, I didn't get to join kind of the Epic train until it was the last album or so that was getting put out, either the last album or the last two albums. So I was very, very late to the party, unfortunately. So I didn't get to go on the big journey since the beginning of it, like a lot of people did, unfortunately. So I'm really intrigued to see what it has to say about that, because this musical, it has a special place in my heart. You guys have no idea how much this musical means to me. So with that, we're going to go ahead and turn our lights off to get our ambiance ready. And then we're going to get our projector here pulled up. Of course, any likes and comments are always greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so, so much. And subscribe if you like the vibe. But otherwise, I will see you guys here in just a second after this brief message about Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Your support means the absolute world to me. Even if you skip over this section and just get right to the video, I totally understand. If you ever feel like checking it out, though, please feel free to check out my Patreon, where I will have full watch-along versions of the stuff that I watch, of course, like my movies, TV shows, animes, all the things like that. It does come with a timer where you do have to sync up with your own copy, and I tell you what I'm watching it on and everything like that, because I can't show you the whole things. That's a little illegal. But I can at least do that, and then I will also have the uncensored and such versions of my YouTube videos on there as well, because I do have to get these edited quite a bit for YouTube because of copyright and everything like that, because I get hit with the copyright stick a bunch. So if you guys feel like supporting over there, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, but no pressure at all, no worries. I do appreciate all the likes, comments, and subscribes that I get here. Thank you guys so much for being a part of my community and being my brewskis. And now on to your regularly scheduled programming. Ooh. This is gonna be such an experience already. I am so ready for this. Dun, 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 dun. Ah! Oh! Poseidon! Yes! It's gonna be so good! Poseidon.
Today I want to talk about Epic the Musical. It's seriously one of my favorite things I've ever discovered on the internet. Yes! One day I just happened upon this really cool animation.
Oh.
It had this awesome bloom effect and these haunting female vocals.
I'll make tidal waves so profound. Both your wife and your son will drown. Get in the water!
I needed to know where the audio was from, and let me tell you, I was not ready. This is a sinister female cover of Poseidon's part for a song in Epic that didn't fully—
By the way, I love that cover. That cover is so good. Don't get me wrong, I love the Get in the Water, the original version. I love that version. There's something about the hauntingness of those female vocals that go with that particular section, like that song and everything, that just, it's so good. The animatic that I saw for it originally was actually one for Avatar: The Last Airbender. It was Hama, and it was the water bending and stuff. It was great.
exist yet. In fact, Epic the Musical doesn't
Hey!
exist.
What?
It's never been put to stage.
What?
It's a concept album, a run-through musical, 40 songs back-to-back, split into 9 epic sagas,
And they're
telling the story of
fantastic.
Odysseus trying to get back home after the war in Troy.
But the problem's not the distance.
It's what lies in between.
I haven't been this into mythology since Percy Jackson. It combines all of my favorite things.
Wait, Percy Jackson. I need to. So I am a huge. I love Greek mythology. I love mythology. Give me it all. Give all of it to me. I love Greek mythology. Greek mythology. I love it. I am a huge Greek mythology nerd. So if you guys ever want me to watch videos about that, I am always down for that. I love watching that stuff. It's like one of my little like special interests and stuff like that. So I really like it. Should I watch the Percy Jackson series? That's actually one series that I have not watched. That is akin to, you know, Greek mythology and whatnot. I haven't watched the OG movies, and I have not watched I believe they redid it as a show. I haven't watched either. So if that's something you guys want me to watch, let me know. I would totally be down.
Mythology, animation, awesome
Yes.
Would you like a taste of the power?
music, and most of all, the
No!
creative process.
That's my
Seeing the
favorite song,
project
by the
grow
way.
From start to
Wouldn't You Like is my favorite song. I love that song so much.
finish. It's one of the biggest collaborative projects and one of the most successful ones.
God,
But it goes even further than that.
and the fact that they got to go to Ithaca for the final showing of it, like, I want to go so bad. You guys don't even understand.
We get a real look at the inner workings of Odysseus, his psychology, his trauma.
Yeah.
Jay does a brilliant job of introducing us to our mythological hero right at the beginning. The first song, The Horse and the Infant, begins
Hey.
inside the Trojan horse.
All right, my brothers, listen closely.
Odysseus rallying his men for battle against their sleeping, drunken foes. He tells them
Yup.
why they're fighting, gives a strategic battle plan,
Do what I say and you'll see them again.
Yes, sir. Diomedes will lead the charge.
and then remembers why
Agamemnon will flank
he's
the
here.
guard.
Penelope and
I love them so much. You guys don't even understand. Like, I love Penelope and Odysseus from this musical an unhealthy amount. I will probably end up crying in this video just so you guys are aware, because that is how much I love this musical and these characters. Like, I will try to not sing as much as I can, but I love musicals. It's just, it's who I am.
Steels
Sorry.
himself, and the battle begins. He climbs a battlement alone and is suddenly struck by an armored monster. Zeus appears and warns him of a coming foe, unlike anything Odie has faced before.
say no more.
I know that I'm ready.
I don't think you're ready.
Until suddenly, before
Okay, I do actually want to bring up this point for this. So this was the first animatic that I watched for The Horse and the Infant, and then oh my god, I'm forgetting the name of the song. I am embarrassed. Oh my god, why can't I remember the name of the freaking song? It literally just told me. Just a Man, thank you. When I watched these animatics first when I watched it, but there's another one that is out, and I will make a note of it on the screen, that I have watched since, and I really, really enjoy the two parallels of the animatics, because it's so good. Like, for this one, it's such a nice introduction to the character, and what I really like about the other one is it's not so nice in introduction. Not that the animatic isn't, no, not animation wise or anything like that, but like the way he goes about doing what he does and everything with the infant is so much different, and it's so much, it's so heartbreaking. And I do wonder if I would have started with the same opinion of Odysseus, depending upon which animatic I had seen first. It's great. I love both, and I still love the character and everything like that. But yes,
before him is a defenseless child. Zeus warns him if he does not slay the child now, fate will end his life and endanger his family.
yeah.
So in just the first song, we see who Odysseus is, as a strategist and leader to his men, but also as a husband and father wishing to return home. We get to see how this musical prioritizes its storytelling, but the music gets to elevate the moment-to-moment action and story beats. We see Epic has variable pacing and sudden tone switch-ups. We see that conversing with gods is not new to Odie, but more importantly, our main character is having to consider infanticide from the king of the gods himself. Sounds about right?
Yup.
The next song is Just a Man, and is arguably the beating heart of Epic, setting up the themes for the entire rest of the musical, and taking a major risk for a main character right off the bat. He's already contemplating his humanity, and whether he'll be the same when he finally gets home, before revealing a harsh truth about this musical.
This was the first song that I heard for Epic. This was the first one.
But when does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster?
I could talk about this musical forever. Every time I hear this song, actually, you know what? Maybe I'll save it. If you guys want me to do a video where I watch Epic and I just kind of talk about all the different references and like things like that in it, let me know. I will happily do that. But yes.
These are all things that start out harmless but become monstrous. A question posed throughout the entire musical. Now Odysseus is no longer cradling the baby. He's dehumanized it in order to do what he must do. This is very bold, having your main character do perhaps one of the most monstrous things right as we meet him. And yet, I think we all find ourselves loving Odysseus, defending him, even despite all his flaws. Would we make the choice any different? In fact, I think we focus so much on the love story of him getting back to his family that we often forget this is the inciting incident. This is the original trauma that weighs him down, that never stops affecting him. The thing that leaves him unsteady and questioning everything. It's the first domino in a long series of mistakes and choices where a mortal man has.
And it's so interesting because like there's a portion in oh gosh, which song is it? I believe it's in Luck Runs Out. But they make a line talking about how like Odysseus has changed so much since what happened with Polites. Or Polites, however you want to pronounce it. But it's so clear that it's the infant that's the starting point. And it's just an interesting point that like his crew is there, but like they're kind of disconnected because they don't even understand when it really started.
To contend with the gods, monsters, and worst of all, the monster in his own heart. If any of that appeals to you, go watch, go listen. I have a playlist in the description with all of my favorite animatics. I promise it'll be the best 2 hours and 16 minutes you've had in a long while.
It's
and
so
afterwards,
fantastic,
come
guys.
back. We have so much to talk about. I don't know how you finish Epic and not think Jay's a genius. Not only is Epic his brainchild, not only did he write the dang thing, but he's starring in it as the star. Save some talent for the rest of us, dude. Epic's signature sound comes from Jay. He and the rest of the cast have this growl.
I know you're a goddess, so let's be
Giannis,
honest,
you are Athena. Badass in the arena.
They aren't afraid to add that texture to their voices, and the cast is amazing. Jay had the entirety of YouTube Shorts and TikTok talent to pick from, and somehow managed to find the actual characters. I mean, he went to school with the Athena. She sounds like a goddess because she is one.
Master of war.
And this
Her
musician,
vocals,
he just woke up.
Low-key, Athena's vocals are some of my favorites in Epic. They're so good, guys. They're so good. Hermes!
one day and just realized that he was Hermes.
Dangerous, my friend. Wouldn't you like a taste of the power?
Now he's just a permanent part of his personality. Like Hermes just possessed him and never let go.
I love it. I love seeing all the little videos, and now Hermes has like a fur coat that so many people draw on him because of it.
I know them. It's totally. I'm on the list. I'm on the list, darling. Seriously.
I am the list,
Who
darling.
do you think you're talking to?
Darling.
Apollo.
Apollo.
Boo, darling.
He's also become a key part of the marketing. I mean, if Hermes is offering you something, you take it. This man is a genius. Step 1, make Epic. Step 2, find a GF. Step 3, perfect.
I've got you. Don't worry, Sassy's got you now.
He even got to include his mom as the mother of Odysseus,
I can't-
who he plays. His dad gets to be this really
I can't handle that song. Like if I ever sit down and watch that Epic with you guys, Oh, I will sob during that song. I literally, like, even just thinking about it, you guys can probably hear it in my voice. I can't, like, him using his actual mom for that just adds a whole nother layer to that.
Really cool take on Hephaestus.
Hephaestus, trust is not
given, is forced. Why should I give in my support? He sacrificed his own cohort.
Everyone brought their A game. People who just walk into the booth and voice act legendary characters and immortal beings like it's nothing. I can't picture the cast any other way. Jay also put in these little moments where it isn't singing,
so
but a genuine
fun.
reaction from the characters.
What?
Who was that? We come in peace.
Enough.
Finish it.
Oh!
Okay.
There's a Lego one?
What? Do you know who I am?
No. Okay. A woman.
What?
Turn them into pigs. But Scylla has a cost.
And it adds so much to the performance. This is before we even get into the writing. Jay took Homer's source material and elevated it. He probably called the guy a few times.
Oh, I love
already.
that animatic.
But
I've seen
just
that
like
one.
in the
I love
game
that
of
one.
Telephone, some things got changed.
I've seen
The
so
first
many of
thing
these.
is
I
he
love
chose
them.
to tell it chronologically, starting with Odysseus, unlike in the Odyssey where it starts with legendary from the Telemachus point of view. And I think this is because it's a much more internal look at Odysseus. And I like the choice for this musical. Another is Odysseus doesn't sleep with Circe or Calypso.
What's your type?
I
Yeah.
have a girlfriend.
So what's your type then?
My girlfriend.
And what does she look like?
She looks like my girlfriend.
So what would you rate me at?
I can't do that.
Can't rate me at all?
I can't reach you at all.
What would you rate your girlfriend at?
She broke my scale because she's so beautiful.
I think he serves to demonstrate his love for Penelope without sacrificing too much.
Gosh, you guys don't even understand how much I love them. They're so good. Like, not even just from Odysseus' side, like even Penelope's side, for how long she waits for him and holds out for him and holds those suitors at bay. Like, God, I love both of them.
Much of the original, authentic Odysseus, who is calculating, strategic, performative, and opportunistic. Jorge's writing itself is so damn catchy, playful, yet surprises you with hidden meaning everywhere. On the surface, I love the word choice.
Sirens know about every
Route and horizon. Now I know how to get back to my island.
References.
And I call this
One,
phrase,
holy moly.
But under the surface is a ton of subtext and inner turmoil. One cool detail is how characters singing over each other, like Zeus and Odysseus, are arguing. But when characters sing the same thing, they are agreeing or being influenced. Like when Circe is putting Odie under her spell. Another fun fact is that the dead sing forever what they were thinking when they died. Meaning the soldiers were still calling Odie their
Captain.
His mom still loved him even as she was.
No.
And Polites.
God damn it. I can't do that. I can't. I can't do the mom voice, guys. I really can't.
Still believed Odie should
Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms. Aww.
There's just something so endearing listening to a creator nerd out about their own creations.
I know I said I was gonna not sing as much as I could. It's gonna happen. Sorry, guys. With how much I love this, it's gonna happen. My bad. I will try not to be quite annoying, and hopefully it's not so terrible.
And I think it's a huge reason everyone listens with perked up ears, trying to catch every little Easter egg. And there's no Easter eggs he loves to talk about more than how he arranged the instruments. One of the first things you learn in Epic is that characters have their own instruments.
Yes!
Odysseus has the guitar, and it switches to an electric guitar the more ruthless he gets. More on that later. There's also this really cool moment where his guitar is battling with Circe's music for dominance over the scene.
You will fail at placing any spells on me.
God, in Odysseus, when that song first came out, and they first played Telemachus's little tune on his thing, I was like, no, baby, why are you there? No, not why are you there, but like, no.
A favorite example is Athena's piano, but she also has several sounds associated with her, like the ticking clock at the very beginning of Epic.
Tonight we make the Trojans pay.
She's always watching, or this ethereal electric sound.
Show yourself.
Yeah, this one.
The Prophet song is more like a classical waltz.
There is a world where I help you get home, but that's not a world I know.
What?
Eurylochus, Odie's second in command. What's his
God,
instrument? It's the
Eurylochus's songs are some of my favorites, guy. I can gush about this fucking musical. I literally can. This is why I wanted to watch this video. It's literally just gonna be me gushing about this musical. So like, yeah.
True. They echo him, and he says what they're thinking.
Yeah, no,
the
Eurylochus's
human voice
lines are
as an
so
instrument
good.
is a really cool idea, but what about if you're immortal? Humans only have a choir or background when other humans are there. Gods can summon a choir at will, distinguishing them as mega powerful beings. But probably my favorite uses of an instrument is Penelope's viola. When Odysseus thinks of Penelope, you can hear the viola. But there are several examples where we see Penelope, but we can't hear her instrument. So that must mean that's probably not her. But we haven't even gotten to the most exciting part of Epic yet. The thing that keeps everyone on their toes. The motifs and reprisals. Jay has hidden meaning not only in the writing and the instruments, but by bringing a series of notes back, or a line said several songs ago. He can then recontextualize it, give it more power, more influence, and build relationships between concepts and characters. But what does that mean? The best example I can think of is Just a Man. The first time we hear it, it's a plea to be forgiven for doing something horrible for family.
Yep. And then, I feel like I know where he's going with this. He's gonna compare it to the last time that we hear it.
But the next time we hear it, it's the very first reprisal of Epic. And it's Athena insulting Odie.
For after all your
Then, and there are other ways, he almost falls into Circe's seductive clutches. All these examples are Odysseus, but in Mutiny, it's Eurylochus who cries out, while signing his death warrant. The final time we hear it, it isn't sung. You can feel it.
Yeah. The motive. I love this musical, guys. Oh my god, I wish my little crying button was working, but it's not. I'm sorry.
Just a Man didn't have just one motif, but two. When does a man become a monster? I mentioned Warrior of the Mind, which is closely associated with Athena and eventually Telemachus, just like Legendary.
Yeah, there it is!
Poseidon loves to throw lines back in Odie's face.
Yep.
Remember me. Remember me.
You might think that recycling lines would get boring or tedious, but it's the exact opposite, multiplying its value every time it's used. Underworld is probably the song with the most directly recycled lines, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Plus,
also, not even just the lines though. Like in the, well, I guess they're technically lines, but maybe he'll go over it in just a minute.
Biggest motifs of the later sagas comes from Underworld. It becomes much more powerful as it truly sinks in. Please Don't Make Me Do This is only used twice, and each time it's Zeus giving Odie an impossible decision.
Yep.
Don't make me do this. Don't make me.
Oh, Neil Illustrator is
Neil
Illustrator is the one who did the other animatic that I talked about at the beginning for Just a Man. They're the one who does the secondary one that I talked about. Go check it out.
Mutiny mirrors the same part of the horse and the infant.
Say no more. I know that I'm ready.
I don't think you're ready. So much meat and hunger is so heavy.
Foreshadowing the heartbreaking choices to come. But listen, I haven't even gotten to the good part yet. What this musical is truly about. Open arms versus ruthlessness.
Yeah.
These two opposing viewpoints play tug of war with Odie's heart and the heart of the audience. From the very beginning, Odysseus stands between angels on his shoulders. Polites and Eurylochus, his childhood friends. Polites.
Oh my god, this is so great. Oh, that's literally a point that I've thought about how they literally so for me, so Polites and Eurylochus, so for Odie, they sit on his shoulders. They're like the consciousness, right? They're like the more not passive, but like the more gentle one, and then the more, well, ruthless one, right? And what I love that they do is that it seems like with Polites and everything like that, it's very interesting because like once Polites is gone, it's like Odysseus tries to then make up for it by being overly passive, which that's not what you need in these. You have to have like you have to have a balance. It's just, it is what it is. And because he overly tries to make up for it and correct himself, he ends up having to go in like overcorrect himself again and go in like the opposite direction later on, which I think is interesting.
He sees suspicious fire and thinks people who will help. He's a kind-hearted, naive soul. Eurylochus is a soldier. He sees potential danger and the necessity for food for his men. He wants to raid and never look back. Odysseus strategically compromises between the two, somewhere in the middle, wary but resourceful. He's been affected by the war, and Polites easily notices.
Look at how you grab your sword and I've said.
This is the and literally going back to my point earlier is that like Polites can tell that he has been affected since the infant, right? And he's like the only one that can tell. Well, Eurylochus may be able to tell, but I feel like Polites really was able to tell that was really affecting him. And then again, the later in the song in Luck Runs Out, they talk about how he's so different since Polites is gone, but it's not Polites that started it, it's the infant.
Why should we take what we could get?
It just highlights that closeness that Polites and Odysseus have that he may not necessarily share with the rest of the crew.
And offers a philosophy of open arms. In the same song, Polites is almost made into a mind-controlled slave, and yet this idea of open arms is enticing enough to Odysseus in his vulnerable state of mind that Athena pops out of his head and reminds him of her goals. He wants a friend, someone to help him become strong in order to get back to his family. She wants a general, a warrior of the mind who can craft a better tomorrow. Someone who doesn't dwell on what happens on the battlefield and always makes the smart call. Needless to say, they break up immediately. Once Polites dies, something is very wrong.
Yes.
Odysseus is never the same, and the men link it to Polites. But they all forget this started with
Thank
the
you!
Odysseus.
Oh my god, fucking thank you! Literally what I was just saying!
Odysseus rallies everyone, finding a way to use his grief as a weapon to get back at his enemy. But then he doesn't finish the job, citing mercy. He believes he's adopting open arms in honor of his friend, captured brilliantly by this bandana idea that'll be important later. But then in the same breath, he doxes himself, deifying himself as neither man nor mythical. Names are very important in Percy Jackson and Greek mythology. It's why he's so playful with Athena. It's why he doesn't give his name initially to the Cyclops. But when he finally gives it, he's not doing it out of mercy, like he says. He's hurting, and he's actually doing something monstrous. Afterwards, ravages the ship, not unlike in the tale of Jonah. That's right, I watch VeggieTales.
The pirates who don't do anything. Oh, you know that's right.
I watch VeggieTales. You guys watch VeggieTales? I watch VeggieTales. I love my lips.
For the entire Ocean Saga and for the rest of Epic, water is closely associated with guilt. He's grieving, isolating himself from his men, becoming an island in the sky where not even Eurylochus can reach him. He doesn't even trust Eurylochus enough with the windbag from Aeolus that will get them all safely home, and it ends up being Eurylochus who opens it. Odysseus is so concerned with not changing from the man he once was, not realizing he already has. He's different. These things changed him, and even more horrors are on their way. Poseidon gives him the talking to of a lifetime, calling him out on everything. All of the monsters in Epic mirror the worst traits of Odysseus, and it's why Poseidon can see straight through him. Poseidon doesn't love his son the Cyclops. Instead, it's his pride he has to protect, showing Odie that this is the first time ruthlessness is fully articulated, and it's also fully demonstrated, just to drive the point home. From this point on, Odysseus strongly associates being monstrous with Poseidon, which is pretty understandable. So much so that the monster he summons to defeat Circe
Is a
a
Cyclops. Yep.
With only 43 left under his command, he doesn't want to leave a single one behind on Circe's island. He's still holding on to a faux version of open arms, despite what he's just experienced.
Yep.
But what he's really seeking is control, and Hermes gladly gives it to him, with a whole dance number to boot. But then there's some unexpected mercy from Circe when she almost kills him, but then he humbly begs her. She then sends him to the underworld in search of a prophet, but the underworld traumatizes him, destabilizing him immediately.
Yeah.
And when he finally gets to the prophet, he confirms his worst fear, that Odysseus has changed and he'll never get home as the man he once was. This leads to him contemplating changing. He just fully swings the other way, deciding to
the overcorrection, because he was trying to make up for Polites, and then he overcorrected in the wrong direction. God damn it!
become monstrous the way he perceives it, which is Poseidon. He still has his humanity as he asks these questions about the foes he's just faced, trying to understand them, make sense of the horrible things that they do. But by the time we see him in Different Beast, his men consider themselves monstrous, capturing the sirens.
Yep.
But then their line switches to specifically Odysseus being far more monstrous than any one of them could imagine. They don't realize the cost they are about to spend because only Odysseus could hear the sirens' advice about Scylla.
Which is always so interesting to me, is because, like, my thing with Eurylochus and, like, Circe's Island and everything like that, and then having to go through with Scylla, is that, like, when they get to Circe's Island and Odysseus doesn't want to, like, leave the men and everything like that, and Eurylochus is like, nah, we should just leave. Like, I've always kind of had this headcanon that the same number of men that he sacrifices to Scylla is the same number that would have been left on Circe's Island. Because I'm just like, like, you were okay with sacrificing those men, but now that it could have potentially been you, there's like an issue. So it's like,
None of the characters can properly apologize. None except Eurylochus, who doesn't know what's about to happen, who knows Odysseus better than Penelope does right now, and notices how quiet he is, who gives a serious, heartfelt apology, something he wanted to do right after the Ocean Saga. And Odysseus hands him a torch. A lot of people don't like Eurylochus in this moment.
So, it's not that I don't like him in the moment or anything like that, it's... I'm gonna let him finish. Hang on.
From Odie's perspective, but Eurylochus has gone through most, though not all, of the trauma Odie has been enduring alone. While Odie has been closing himself off, Eurylochus has been quietly shifting. But what happens in Scylla's lair is a clear breaking point. Eurylochus knows Odie might deflect, make up excuses for the gods to get out of this confrontation, but he calls him out.
Yeah.
This is Odie's brother-in-law, by the way.
It's like, it's not like I do get where Eurylochus is coming from and everything like that. I think my problems stem from, like, to be clear before I start what I'm gonna say, I don't hate Eurylochus. I really don't. I just, like, with that, I'm like, my head gets hung up on that because I'm like, but you were okay with leaving the men from there. But now that it's here, it's different. Like, how is sacrificing the men here any different than leaving the men that were on Circe's Island, personally? I just don't see... That's me. But no, he's right. Like, Eurylochus had to go through, you know, all of the stuff, too. He's not wrong.
Then... Eurylochus basically commits self-smite by God as Zeus revels in making Odysseus choose under distress. This is the first look at ruthlessness by a character who legitimately enjoys it. Polyphemus is Odie's wrath, his rage. Circe is his manipulative yet protective nature. Scylla mirrors Odysseus because they're doing what they must to survive. Poseidon is the pride Zeus thinks he's uncovering and justified in exploiting by simultaneously looking like the most smarmy, prideful bastard the gods have ever seen. Ruthlessness comes from the gods and the world they've created. Athena and Poseidon seem to preach it, and later we see all the gods are terrified of Zeus. Poseidon at one point literally says he can't forgive, even if he wanted to. It's like either Zeus created this philosophy from on high, because of course he did, he's the strongest there is, or there's an even higher principle that the very gods must follow. Whatever the case may be, Odie sacrifices all of his brothers, including Eurylochus, for the chance to see his son and wife again. In fact, you start to notice every time he is about to do something monstrous.
He said it though. He has literally told us since the beginning. He straight up says in the first song, I would sacrifice the world to see my son and wife. He literally says this.
He says her name. She's his comfort, the justification for everything. Meanwhile, Athena is the only god going to bat for a mortal, begging to save him for mercy. By the end, we see how guilt has affected her very differently, reshaping her vision of a warrior of the mind and what the world is she'd want to see. While Odie is taking on danger, using ruthlessness, doing everything in his mortal power to get home no matter the cost of his soul, she's contemplating how she's gonna bring about this idealistic philosophy. When Poseidon finally confronts Odysseus, Odie breathes his final breath, drowned by guilt.
Ooh.
He reawakens without mercy in his heart. Then he recites back to Poseidon everything he learned, everything the god taught him before.
Yep.
And all become the monster. Didn't you say that ruthlessness is mercy upon all right? Please.
As bad as Odie is at this point, as horrible and monstrous as all the creatures
It still gets worse, guys. It still gets worse.
of the deep and the petty gods are, the most monstrous character is clearly Antinous, the suitor. The things he wants to do are disgusting.
That's how you say his name, Antinous. Okay, cool. I don't think I've heard it actually said, so...
That being said, he does have the best villain song, no question. Having a mortal, a human being,
It is unfortunately so good. It is, and unfortunately, it's such a fantastic villain song. Like, it is a great song. I still can't sing a portion of it, but it's oh my god, it's so good.
most monstrous is something the musical wants us to think about. Speaking of which, Odie has his own backup choir, breaking the very rules of Epic to become the final boss. Probably the single biggest criticism I can levy at Epic is the switch up from the mythical Odysseus in his final form, tearing through and slaughtering the suitors while they scream in fear and agony, to the sweet reunion of father and son, husband and wife. But it gets away with it. The death of the suitors and rejection of mercy was set up from the beginning. By the end, everyone just wants blood and no mercy without fail. Telemachus' song breaks up the tension, and the meeting of Athena wraps up the theme in a nice, neat bow. Jay kinda gets to have his cake and eat it too. This is a Greek tragedy. Odie is not the same man as he once was. There is darkness in his heart, and he is a man with a trail of bodies. But at the same time, he's not devoid of humanity. He's not just a monster. He's immortal, and he notices Athena isn't. This world she wants to strive for, she will perhaps one day get to see. But he's done. He's ready to live his life and see his wife. Open arms and ruthlessness both got him home,
after
but
20
neither
years.
is ideal. The final song is so important because of the last reprisal. After all the buildup, all the suffering,
the song brings me to tears every time.
Penelope is the most beautiful thing he could ever see. When they finally embrace, we feel the swell of the trumpets, telling us what he's been all this time. Just a man. But now, I get to talk about my favorite part of Epic. There is an entire cottage industry of fan-made animatics that I stumbled upon on YouTube, and I wonder if I ever would have found Epic without them. You can listen to Epic with your own interpretation, but this isn't just a song playlist. It's an experience, a timeless story for the modern age. And what's so cool about all these animatics is everyone gets to have a piece of Epic. Amateur animators bring out their own unique styles, adding to the musical's visual identity. I've seen across animatics, Polites always has glasses, even though everyone knows that's some anachronistic anime trope and they love it. They also always give Eurylochus the berserk sword, even in the livestream animatics that are supposed to be canon. Why? Because it's cool. And the design of Odysseus.
Because it's cool. Who doesn't want the berserk sword? Come on!
Consistent with what you might think, even if the artist takes some massive liberties with him. In fact, the design of all characters is perhaps the single biggest difference between all animatics. And yet there's still unity there, making them all a part of Epic. For the more humanoid characters, they can either look like an interpretation from a myth.
Literally, one of my favorite things about Epic and all of the animatics to go with it are everyone's different interpretations, especially of what like the Greek gods and goddesses look like. I love watching God game animatics because it's so great to see just all the different interpretations of the Greek gods. It's so fun.
Or the person voice acting the character. But for the monsters, people went nuts. Polyphemus looked like a classical Cyclops or...
No. I want to talk about this Polyphemus design. I love, I believe it's Merxie. Merxie is who does this one. I love this Polyphemus design, like, to no other, because it's actually creepy! Like... It's actually terrifying for a Cyclops design. And I think that just comes from some of my own personal bias because, like, my father is a very tall, bald man. So, like, and he's a large guy. So he's a big man. So, like, I don't consider I don't consider the large bald man perception of a Cyclops to be scary because it's like it's not scary to me because I'm like, oh, it just kind of is similar in that way. So I love this design with my entire being because of that.
Or an eldritch beetle man. Poseidon always seems to have some sort of water arm, can summon his trident, or using his horse form mutate into a truly monstrous being. Also, the gods can be depicted not only as terrifying animals they represent, but enlarge themselves to the point of trivializing anything a mortal can do to them, showing that this might as well just be a game to them, and they're the real puppeteers. Seeing all the gods in totally unique art styles, each artist with a different understanding of the myths and the characters. I'm always impressed when I see something new they've incorporated in a clever way. Scylla is easily the monster people had the most fun with. This multi-headed female sea monster started a whole design arms race. She's genuinely terrifying. This might be because she's the goriest... second goriest part of the musical. So I think everyone felt they had permission to go wild. But if a new animator wants to contribute to Epic, there are many more ways to make it your own. There's color, line work, the editing, the choice of when to use more frames for an animation, or showing the spirit of movement without investing too much in in-betweens. I've seen animatics with people's D&D characters, their OCs, Genshin girls, Link and Zelda, Lego, Minecraft characters.
I saw one with Patrick and SpongeBob. It actually made me tear up.
No! Somebody find this one for me. I need to see this, please.
What I found so endearing about the early animatics I would see is the amateur homemade feel. I love when people throw their hat into the ring and are inspired to make something. And as time went on, many of the most dedicated animators rose to the surface. Annie Flama has consistently made some of the coolest animatics. A lot of people remember Wolfie the Witch, one of the earliest to emerge. Devubox?
I've always called it, hang on. Is it not duvet box or duvet box? Is that not how it's pronounced? Okay, I was trying to go back. Whatever.
One of the earliest to emerge. Devubox?
Yeah, there.
Box? Devubooks? Devubooks? Had a small monopoly over some of the later sagas with their spiky art style. Neil Illustrator, I remember, came out of nowhere with this Zeus animation straight out of evil Disney. Mercy probably made the single coolest frame in all of Epic. Zamina Natsil showed off the devilish side of Hermes and the haunting nature of the Blind Prophet. Britpal Pixel's scratchy art style was perfect for the underworld. It's Gwendy, come on. Orange did this entire animatic for Hold Them Down, blending between 2D and 3D space. But I'm guessing you all noticed one name I haven't mentioned.
Gigi!
A creator whose work you've seen throughout this video, and honestly, maybe the person who's gotten the most people into Epic besides Jay himself. Gigi.
Gigi.
As Epic has grown, so too has Gigi. They made animatics for songs early on that wouldn't come out for years. And what's nuts is we could already see the beginnings of Gigi's incredible skills, their sense of animation. It's in the use of color when Odysseus runs through his battle plan, how they position the camera, making it all seem to flow into one shot. It's in the editing, the expressiveness. We see early on Gigi loves to spin the camera around the characters. My favorite example, cutting between Eurylochus and Odie.
Yeah, that's a great
Gigi also
shot.
loves mirrors and reflections, seeing the monster inside. They'll also match between young and old Odysseus, the child of Hector and Telemachus. We see early examples of Gigi able to balance the seriousness of a scene with the limitations of an animatic. The use of colors are gorgeous, but there's an even greater understanding of lighting and layers. My favorite example is the red when Poseidon slaughters Odie's men. Poseidon sounds metal as hell, and he looks like King Triton with tentacles, a scary-ass trident, and a really dope-looking arm. One of my other favorites is Aeolus, almost like she's a Cuphead boss. Everything Gigi touches turns to gold. And it's so poetic that not only did Gigi animate the first thing New Winians see, but also the last.
No.
But that's not all Gigi did.
Oh?
Gigi made a monster.
Oh?
Monster, rah, rah, rah. Monster,
rah, rah, rah.
No, not that one. Monster is song 20. It's a lot of people's favorite, including mine, and I think it's because it's just Odysseus. Gigi is given free reign to do something unlike any other animatic I've seen. We've already seen some experimental imagery before, like in the moment Poseidon decides to level the fleet, but nothing like you're about to see. Gigi brings out the entire toolkit, the reflections, the water, the editing, and the camera. We see the return of the monstrous soldier, and then we go directly into its eye, and it's like we've fallen through his unconscious. There are islands of people he cares about that he can no longer reach. We see him alone on his own wrecked ship, determined to get home. But immediately after saying Penelope, what always happens? Suddenly we're thrown into a well of his emotions, a whirlwind of utter madness as he merges with his shadow and then
God, so good, god damn it. Every time I listen to this song, and it's probably on purpose, honestly, but every time I listen to this song, all it does is make me think of Attack on Titan.
emerges as the worst version of himself we have ever seen.
Which I think he had said that there was a lot of inspiration from it for this song, so that makes sense.
So what if I'm the monster lurking deep below? I must become the monster.
Even more incredible than any of that, the bandana Wolfie introduced back in Remember Them that Odie took with him, a reminder to have open arms, is stripped off him by a Penelope without her viola. Everything comes together in this one animatic for a frightening crescendo, setting up the second half of Epic. All the suffering, all this to make one moment we were waiting for that much more meaningful. And that's why it's my favorite. This man was born to create Epic. And it's so funny in retrospect seeing some of the doubts that must have crossed his mind. There's one clip where he talks about how meaningful Avatar The Last Airbender was to him and so many other people.
All I want is to be able to write things that make people feel, you know, because when I watch Avatar, like there's times where I'm like getting so emotional. It's a story. It's a story. These characters don't exist, but it's just so well done. And man,
you have done it, my dude, at least for me. Like, I love these characters, an unhealthy amount probably. I love this musical. I have literally stated that if this ever gets a live stage musical, it will be probably the one and only thing that I will go to New York for to see it on Broadway. Because, yes, I am buying the first tickets. It's happening. It's just, it will become my personality for the next 6 months after that.
it's amazing, and I hope that one day I can be like that too.
You have.
Not only did Jay make a modern remake of Homer's timeless story in an age of terrible remakes and remasters, but he paid respect to the original work and elevated it, showcasing how the medium the Greeks invented has grown and evolved over time. Epic is approaching cult status, if it hasn't already. There are so many react channels and vocal coaches and writers and VTubers all clamoring to convert new fans. There is nothing quite like the feeling of falling into an internet rabbit hole as amazing as
Genuinely, guys, I will literally sit down and make a playlist that we can all sit and watch together. It will happen. Like, I will do this.
Epic. And I wish I could do it all over again. Not just for the experience, but for all the brilliant people who emerged to add their voice to something this special. And who knows, maybe the real Epic was the Lotus Eaters we met along the way.
Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can beat her. Yes. Oh, that was such another good video. Oh, thank you, Creative Everyday. I loved how much, like, you put into that. Like, I definitely feel like you love it too. That was so good. I really do need to do like a video or just something. I don't know. Like, well, this was great. I was so excited to watch this as soon as I saw it on, of course, the page when I did my Neurosama reaction. So I hope you guys enjoyed this too. Let me know if you haven't watched Epic. Like, I really will. I'll make like I wonder if I could do like I wonder if I could do a live or something. I don't know if I could. I'd have to look into that. I do apologize. But I know that I could at least make a video. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. And, subscribe if you like the vibe. Thank you for being here. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!